Hi guys and welcome to today's video. Today's video, as the title has already probably told you, is my top 10 skincare picks from 2018, and just so you know, they're all in the very affordable range, most of them, actually I think all of them. But before we dive into it, I want to ask you, how was your New Year's Eve? What did you do? And how are your first few days going? Too soon to ask, not too soon to ask? Tell me your thoughts so far down below in the comments, because I don't know why I'm feeling even more obsessive about this new year. I usually am not obsessed about New Year in general, but I feel like this year is going to be a little extra magical, and I have like this particular weird curiosity and excitement about this year that I can't exactly place. I don't know where or why or how this is coming to me, but I just am. Today is the 1st of Jan. I'm filming this video. I just really like to start my new year doing the things that I would like to keep doing all year. So I'm sitting and filming this video for you guys first thing on 1st of Jan. I know that you guys will see it later in the week, but just a little information. Okay, let's not make this intro any longer. Let's dive right into the video. So the first thing I want to talk about today from the skincare picks from 2018, and they're all very affordable like I've mentioned. I think I will start off with the most obvious and probably the most expected one. Himalayas Cocoa Butter Intense Moisturizer. This is one of my go-to products. I literally do not travel without this, do not go to bed without rubbing this all over my body. It's something I've been using for years. Jerry and I actually did a fun video in collaboration with this brand in December. In case you guys haven't seen that video, I will link it for you so you can go check it out. But this is one of my holy grail moisturizers, so I can't not mention this. If you have dry or if you have normal skin, I definitely recommend this. I don't have oily skin, so I don't know how it will work on oily skin, but considering the product is just fab in any case, maybe you could get like a nice small bottle and give it a shot. I will add links to anything and everything from here down below in the info box. So if you want to try anything out, make sure you go check those links out. The second product I have over here in my hand is the Plum Hello Aloe Cleanser. This is a really nice cleansing lotion usually, so most of the days I'll end up taking my makeup off first with this. Those of you who've been following me for a while know that I always cleanse with two different cleansers. I'm a double cleanser. This is usually my first cleanser because it's just so gentle on your skin. It takes off a little more than half of your makeup. I will not say it takes off all your makeup because it does not. It doesn't even really take out the mascara. I go in with something a little more intense for things like that. But for the first step of cleansing, this is something that has become my go-to over a period of time. The fragrance is not too strong. It's beautiful. It glides over your skin. It cleans really well. And I feel like products like this I also use on like no makeup days to just clean my skin in general. It just gives you a nice happy clean skin vibe. The third product I actually want to talk about is not with me. You guys have seen me talk about the Clinique Take the Day Off in the product empties video. The TTDO is one of my holy grail products, and I don't have it on me right now because the product was empty, and as you saw in that particular video, which hopefully you have, I'm not repurchasing it right now. The only reason I'm not repurchasing it right now is because I actually have an alternative product that I don't want to get into in this particular video because you guys have recommended that product to me. So I've been using it a few times to see whether it's a substitute or not. They're both in the same price category, so I really don't think it works as a dupe. But so far, I definitely still want to mention Clinique's TTDO as one of my favorites because it's a product that makes your skin squeaky clean. When I'm using the TTDO, I don't even need to go into a toner. It's that effective. So this particular product that I'm trying right now has a really high benchmark to try and match up to, but nevertheless, the TTDO is on my favorites list. It's a fabulous product, and yes, it is worth the money. Now that I've mentioned toner, I think that product number 4 I think we're on has to be the toner. The one I have over here is the Even Out one from Oriflame. It's a beautiful toner. It leaves your skin and your pores genuinely like clean. I do cleanse, tone, and then I go into under eye and moisturize. No, and then I go into under eyes and then serum and then moisturize. I have a 6-step process clearly, but I never not use toner. Again, even on days when I'm not using any makeup, I find myself doing the cleansing and toning steps before I go into everything else. These are kind of non-negotiable for me because I feel like the urban lives we live, it's just so dusty, so polluted. You want to make sure your skin is as clean as possible at all times. I'm also someone who is exposed to a lot of makeup and I'm constantly trying new products, right? So to make sure my skin doesn't get any random allergies or doesn't have any bad reactions, I need to take that much care of my skin. So I use toners and moisturizers and cleansers 7 days a week, irrespective of how many of those days I had makeup on my face. This is one that you guys have seen me talk about on various occasions. The Oriflame Optimals is just fabulous. I actually also like their under eye cream a lot. I have not mentioned it in this particular video because I wanted to make a top 10, but if there was a top 11, I think I would also have the Even Out under eye cream on my list. You guys saw Jerry use that on me last in the husband takes my makeup off video. Yeah. Okay, so the next one I have over here is the O3 Dermazone Sulfur Cooling Mask. Now this is a product I actually got my hands on only in November. So it's kind of surprising that it made it right to the top of my list to make it to the top 10. But I have to say that this is a really amazing product. I feel like sometimes my skin gets sort of dull. I feel like the brightness of my skin is something I'm always working to achieve, like to keep it at a 10, and this is a product that has been helping me a lot. I've been using it twice a week so far and it's really doing well for me. It has like this really cool minty, very like minty fragrance. It sort of not just leaves your skin feeling cool, but because of this fragrance you also just feel like you've put mint all over your face, and I don't mind that because it's a really refreshing feeling. I usually leave this on my face like a thin layer all over my face for about 15 to 20 minutes, and when you see it sort of drying up, with the help of a damp cloth, a damp napkin, I'll just wipe the whole thing out. This is something that I'm genuinely taking with me into 2019 and I intend to continue using it because even those first few uses, it really just gave me a little spruce up, and I want to keep that going for myself for sure. Okay, I know I said that most of them are affordable and most of the products are affordable. I don't know if Laneige counts into the affordable category because it is a luxury product, but I definitely still want to squish it into my top 10. I've been using the water sleeping mask as well as the lip mask over here. I have a little secret to share with you though. I haven't been using it as much to actually go to sleep. On my bare, like no makeup, on my bare skin days, I've literally just been like applying this all over my face and my lips and been like sitting with it for hours together. These products are genuinely amazing. If I had to pick between anyone, like say for example you're someone who's never tried Laneige and wants to try it for the first time, I would recommend the lip mask. While this is a water sleeping mask, if you have really dry skin, I would not recommend this because then you probably don't need something that's water based. You need something that's a lot more rich and a lot more, not harsh, but a lot more strong for your skin. For me, this works really well. Like I said, for day use also, if I'm sitting at home all day and working on edits, or I'm running house errands and chores and just kind of doing stuff for the house, I can leave this on my face all day. But if you want to try Laneige and you haven't ever tried the brand before, I would say maybe kick off with a lip mask and see how it's doing for you. I have to give so much credit to this particular product, to be honest, because my lips always are dry. Like in general, my lips are pretty dry. In winter, especially this winter, they've gotten really bad, and I was really struggling with it. Like I'm not someone who like is obsessed about my dry lips, but this season I've actually just been picking up my lip balm and like rubbing it all over my face. So I've not gone to sleep at all without this on my lips. And it has genuinely helped. I will add links to everything down below, like I said. Okay, it would be incomplete to mention this list without getting into these little hand creams. Now, as you can see, I have one over here. I have one completely used up rose water hand cream over here. It's like a fragranced hand cream, and then I have a brand new one over here. I've been ordering these babies non-stop. They're amazing. When I'm sitting and working all day and working on edits or working on blog posts, working on content ideas, actually even in meetings, now that I mention it, I've like opened my bag and picked out one of these tiny babies and like rubbed them all over my hand. There's something you get used to. There's something you genuinely love. I have really dry skin, so I don't constantly want to like, it's one thing to pull out a hand cream from your bag and use it when you're outside the house, and it's another thing to have to pull out a full bottle moisturizer. So for me, when I'm like, you know, sort of around and doing errands or in the middle of shopping, that's happened too, This is okay. It's acceptable for someone to see you use a hand cream. They sometimes get confused when I open like a full body moisturizer and start rubbing it on my hands. So I think this is something you should definitely try if you're like me. I have a squished one right here. I have a new one right here. I have about 4 of these with different animals sitting up on my drawer. But these are really good products. I think that the Face Shop really does a fab job with like hydrating products. Which actually brings me to one more Face Shop thing over here. Now I have just the City Protection Mask Sheet combo over here in my hand, but I have a 30 of them in my bathroom with all the different combos that they have. Each of these combos come with about 7 mask sheets and they do a fabulous job because as someone who I like to do, okay, I'm big on multitasking, right? You guys know that. So there are times when I've gone for like nighttime drives with like under eye patches on. There are times when I'm like sitting and ordering things from Big Basket for the house and I like have this on. It's just one of those things when I'm running errands with the mask on, like it just works really well. Like my mom's friends came over in the middle once and I was sitting and masking and we had a lovely skincare conversation, and I feel like these are not even expensive, and mask sheets that are inexpensive and still do the job is like goals, right? It's something you can use on a daily basis. Then I am gonna pick out what I think is the second last item. I think so. It's the Clinique Moisture Surge Hydrating Moisturizer. This is something I've even used as a base before my makeup today. So usually my go-to for pre-makeup prepping is this. It's because it genuinely leaves my skin feeling hydrated. Another thing about this product is because it's like really nice and light, completely non-greasy, it's a gel-based product. What happens is it absorbs into my skin really nicely and I really appreciate that about the product. Apart from that, I've tried various other combinations to use products before my makeup and I like quite a few of the others also. But I think that this is just generally my go-to because it's zero greasiness and it's very light, which makes it super effective because all day then I don't really feel the cream, I don't really feel the weight of the prepper, which is really great. And we are on to the last one. Now as you can see over here, again I have this almost over squishied out little set of wipes and then I have a brand new one over here. I'm forever ordering these. Also, I'm someone who finds wipes really handy, and I find them handy because when I'm like in the middle of makeup and if I've made a mistake, or if I'm at a shoot and I'm touching something up, or if I need to swap between brushes, the easiest thing to do, or even in general at the end of a day, like when I have like full face makeup and I'm really tired, I think the simplest thing to do is mix up your makeup remover with a little bit of whatever wipe you're probably familiar with, and it just does the job in one go. It's like using both the cleansers together. So the MAC Demi Wipe is definitely one of my favorite wipes to have. The reason I'm saying this, even though I know it's not entirely affordable for like wipes, I will try and add alternates, like substitutes that I've used and I like. Like for example, even the Kara wipes are really good. Himalaya has wipes that are really good. I've been using the MAC wipes in 2018 a lot, and when it comes to makeup, I feel like this really is one of the best, which is why I'm adding it to my list of top 10 from 2018, which I think concludes the list. Yeah, I showed you all the 9 products I have over here, apart from the 10th one that I had to mention, the Clinique one that I don't have, the TTDO. So I just wanted to put it out there that in case you were looking at buying any of these products and had them on your mind, I like these too. They made it to my top 10 list from 2018. In case you wanted an added opinion, you just got one. I have done an affordable top 10 skincare video sometime in 2008. I have to say last year for 2018, sometime in 2018 itself as well, but this is probably just a little bit more of a build up from that. I hope you find this video helpful. If you did, you should let me know down below in the comments. And I'm gonna go ahead and leave a little secret code for you guys at the end of this video as usual. If you've made it till the end of the video, go ahead and comment down below saying we love skincare. Go ahead and send that down below to me in the comments. I'm gonna go now. I will see you guys in the next one. I love you so much. Bye.